It's What's Up with Shamai Cook. I'm Shamai Cook. Got my guest co-host Vanessa Missick in the building. How you doing, Vanessa?
I'm doing so good.
Good. That was All My Life, Lil Durk featuring J. Cole. It's a Grammy-winning song. Won a Grammy. Lil Durk won his first Grammy over the weekend. So we're going to talk about that. Actually, it's time for the Hot Report. Speaking of Grammys, let's get into it.
All right.
I'm very well known in a way. I get paid to talk about you, not talk to you.
Let's go.
From pop culture to all the news at NCCU, this is the Hot Report.
All right, we're going to go there.
Well, it is What's Hot with Shamai Cook, so we go there all the time.
Okay.
Allegedly.
On What's Hot.
Turn it up.
All right, Vanessa, what's going on in the Hot Report? What's going on in pop culture?
So this past Sunday, the 66th annual Grammys were held in LA, hosted by Trevor Noah, and rapper Killer Mike won 3 Grammys for Best Rap Album, Best Rap Song, and Best Rap Performance. Just to add, Best Rap Song, Scientists and Engineers, I can verify that was in fact the best. That is my jam.
Okay.
There we are. Let's get into it.
Black man in America, and as a kid, I had a dream to become a part of music. And that 9-year-old is excitedly dancing inside of me right now. I want to thank Loma Vista, Adam, Tom, Todd, Ryan, all of you guys. I want to thank my management company. My manager, Will, is active. But thank my A&R cuz Lightyear. I want to thank everyone who dares to believe that art can change the world. So thank Dre, thank Future, thank Aaron, thank all the producers on here, but everyone in this room, it is our responsibility to keep using our imagination to shape and form the world. Thank you, and I hope it's not the last time I see you tonight.
Major props to Killer Mike. Well deserved, like Vanessa said. What really happy is, though, he got arrested immediately after he get his award. He got arrested for. It's no confirmed details on why he got arrested. But it was alleged that he got into an altercation with a third-party security guard. That's just allegedly. It's not confirmed. But Killer Mike, well-deserved. I'm glad that he swept all 3 awards. He told people when this album came out, he wants to win the Grammy. He wants to win, especially in that category. But well-deserved. And Killer Mike, it's a lot of good songs that, like Vanessa said, it's a lot of good songs off that album, and it's well deserved. I love when this saying is called "It gets greater later." Everybody wants to go with the young artist, the youngest, the youngest and best. But when you're older, you get more wisdom, so it's something to listen to.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it was his whole body of work was well deserved, and I'm glad that he swept in all categories.
I feel like the timing of that arrest was so intentional. Why now? Why here?
Yeah.
There was no need for that.
Yeah, I want to hear his perspective on what happened, but major props to him as he won that Grammy, made history. So yeah.
Next up, SZA. She won Best R&B Song for her song "Snooze." Let's see what that's about.
I don't really understand. I came really, really far, and I can't believe this is happening, and it feels very fake. And I'm saying, hi, Taylor. I love you. I'm just very grateful, and I'm not an attractive crier. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
That is so real.
I know it's so real, but SZA definitely deserves. She didn't. I'm glad that she got this win, but she deserved Album of the Year as well. Besides Taylor Swift, SZA was snubbed for Album of the Year. But when I talk about SZA, a lot of people compare her to Mary J. Blige because of how much she puts her soul into these types of music. And her performance at the Grammys, she did performances of Snooze and Kill Bill. It was really good. It was like a reenactment of the music video. So major props to SZA, well deserved. And we were talking about it when Lizzo presented the award. It was very emotional because, like she said in her speech, they knew each other. They used to perform at coffee shops with only 100 people and for almost 10 years. So it's like a full circle moment for them, and I love that for them. So major props to SZA.
That the realness in that acceptance speech was so cute.
Yeah.
Like it was something for me to
Yes.
connect to because it's like, oh
Yes.
my gosh, I'm an ugly crier too. I don't want anyone to see me. One thing I'm gonna do is cry, but also nobody needs to be looking at me right now.
Yeah.
I definitely earned this award, but nobody look at me while I'm crying.
But major props to SZA. Definitely deserved that Grammy. And she took home 2 other Grammys as well. But yeah,
As she
yeah.
should. Next up, we got Victoria Monet. She won Best New Artist.
This award was a 15-year pursuit. I moved to LA in 2009, and I like to liken myself to a plant who was planted, and you can look at the music industry as soil, and it can be looked at as dirty, or it can be looked at as a source of nutrients and water. And my roots have been growing underneath ground, unseen for so long.
Major props. You know, her fruits came to labor. You know, major props to her. She was up against a lot of good competition for that category when it came to Ice Spice, Coco Jones. I think it was down to those 3 when it came to Best New Artist. But I'm not mad because technically she's not a new artist, but she's a new artist. She's been writing for years in this industry. I think she has written for Ariana Grande. That's one of the biggest names I think she has written for. But I'm glad that, you know, she's in the spotlight now. And major props to Victoria Monet.
I've heard a lot of people say that she writes for Ariana, but I've heard a couple people say that they've noticed how like Ariana has taken up some of her personality in a way.
Yep.
And I feel like that just goes to speak for just how much she has to offer as an artist. Like you've got people copying you, babe.
Yeah.
You're really doing your thing.
It's a good influence.
Next up, Lil Durk and J. Cole won Best Melodic Rap Performance for the song All My Life.
Congratulations to them, and you know, well deserved for them. It's a good record, and I think it was one of the best songs of the summer. So yeah, it was a really good record. You said you didn't even know it was not J. Cole. You didn't even know that was a Lil Durk.
I didn't.
When you first heard the song, the record.
I'm not really a Lil Durk person.
Yeah,
like,
me either.
no,
Me either. No.
Yeah, like he has hits. I can
Yes,
acknowledge that.
he does have hits.
But
yeah.
when I first heard the song, like when I think of Lil Durk, that's not the voice that I connected to in my head.
Understood.
So when I heard that, I was like, "Who is this young man? Who is this young man?"
Yeah. So yeah, congratulations to Lil Durk and J. Cole. That was his first Grammy ever. Not J. Cole's, Lil Durk. So congratulations to him.
And then next up, Coco Jones. She won Best R&B Performance for the song "I See You."
Yeah, we just played that earlier in the show. If you listen to the show live, we're playing all the songs, basically all the songs that won Grammys over the weekend. I See You, like Coco Jones, she's a sensational talent when it comes to. She's a good actress. You know, I love her on Bel Air as Hillary. You know, our generation, we grew up with her basically from the Disney Channel, from Let It Shine, and you know, it's glad that, you know, some Disney kids can come up really good. Speaking of Miley Cyrus, won her first 2 Grammys too, as a Disney kid. You know, so not all Disney kids are crazy. So I'm glad that Coco Jones broke that stereotype, being Miley Cyrus.
I feel like Disney kids are like forced to be crazy. Not forced to be crazy, but like no. Imagine being a child actor though. Like you're in these situations in these areas where people really don't have your best interest. They're just trying to like make money off of you. They go crazy because they kind of have to go crazy.
Okay, not all of them.
Not all.
All
Most
of
certainly
them, because
not all.
certain people who are crazy. I'm not gonna say names, but there's certain people who are crazy who came out of Disney. But even Olivia Rodrigo, she's a Disney kid. She came from Disney. I remember for what's that show that she was on? Bizarre Bark. That was a show.
I've never seen that before.
but she was on. She was a Disney kid.
Okay,
then now she's a pop sensation. She's a pop. What do they call it? Punk pop, whatever, funky pop. But she's a pop sensation. You know who else?
Punk?
Huh?
Girl punk? Is that the?
I feel
like I've heard someone say that before.
Yeah. She's a pop sensation. Who else? Miley Cyrus. She won 2 Grammys over the weekend. Pop sensation. It's just like Disney does create, you know, good talent, but some of these people are just crazy. But I digress. What else?
Jay-Z, during his Dr. Dre Global Impact Award acceptance speech, he spoke on Beyonce never winning Album of the Year.
Here's his speech.
Love y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all. We want y'all to get it right. At least get it close to right. And obviously it's subjective. Y'all don't got to clap at everything. Obviously it's subjective because, you know, it's music and it's opinion-based. But, you know, some things, you know, I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work. You know, some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed. Some of you don't belong in the category. All right, no, that was it. No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth. But outside of that, you know, we got to keep showing up. And forget the Grammys for a second, just in life. As my daughter sits and stares at me nervous as I am. Just in life, you got to keep showing up. Just keep showing up. Forget the Grammys. You got to keep showing up until they give you all those accolades you feel you deserve. Until they call you chairman. Until they call you a genius. Until they call you the greatest of all time. You feel me?
Jay-Z, Hov, you know, he just drops a lot of jewels in there. He threw shade, but he threw jewels in there as well. Because to the Beyonce, he didn't say her name, but maybe I know he's talking about his wife, Beyonce. You know, it makes sense, you know, and I think he was throwing shade at Taylor Swift as well, because, or some people who shouldn't be nominated, but they are nominated. It doesn't make sense. I love the Grammys. You know, they don't get it right all the time, but I feel like I just love music. This is why I do radio. And I feel like the Grammys celebrate, you know, the art and science of music. That's the purpose of this award. And that's why all these artists and, you know, producers, songwriters, engineers, they love this type of award show. But when it comes to, I think Jay-Z brought up a great point, and I think he dropped some good jewels in there. When you keep getting a no, when you keep going through adversity, don't take no for an answer. Beyonce has been nominated, I think, for over 100 Grammys, and she only has won a quarter of those. So that shows you that even the greatest can't win all the time. And Beyonce is the greatest of this generation, absolutely. Well, greatest of all time when it comes to Grammy wins. So, and that comes to the legacy as well. And you know, Jay-Z, you know, I love that acceptance speech. I'm a big, huge Jay-Z fan. Actually, for my birthday, my mother got me a Jay-Z vinyl record because I have a vinyl player. So it's like kind of a good on my birthday weekend. He gets this award. It was like well overdue, and Dr. Dre picked a good one, his first one. What's your take on this?
I really love that he said keep showing up.
Yeah.
Because especially as, like, you know, the system is rigged, obviously. Like, when it comes to them giving black people their props, giving us what we need, what we deserve, we're not going to get it 100% of the time. Keep showing up, though. Because it's one thing for you to be like, okay, I'm done. I give up. I'm tired. They're not giving me what I need. But it's another thing to be like, I'm going to sit in your face until you see I am not playing with y'all.
Yes.
I am not. And I love that. And also, it's just kind of astonishing to me that Beyonce did not win Album of the Year, considering the way that Renaissance, and I'm late to listening to Renaissance, I will admit that, but considering the way Renaissance, like, that was a movement. You can't tell me that was not a movement. There were so many people that were like, oh, I'm going to see Beyonce. People that I've never seen mention Beyonce in their lives. I'm going to see Beyonce. I'm going to see Beyonce. Like, disco ball down. Like, what? Y'all are really showing out. Obviously, this album got a little something in it. I don't know. So people really showed out for that. And the response of the people was enough for me to be like, yeah, this deserves everything and more.
Absolutely.
Obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, Beyonce she brought people together, and you know she's definitely for the culture, and she's an entertainer. She's just not a singer. That's another thing. She's just not a singer. She is a performer. She could dance. She could sing. She's just talented. It's just that's what she is. So you know, major props to Beyonce. All right, what else is in the hot report? We're done with Grammys.
Alrighty. We're done with the Grammys. For sure. Wendy Williams, she's highlighting her financial and health status and a few issues that she has going on in her new documentary trailer. She's back and she's giving people an inside look into her life. She revealed that she has seen a neurologist in a clip from her upcoming Lifetime documentary that will air on February 24th and the 25th. A trailer for the 2-part documentary was released on Thursday, and in one part, Wendy says that she has no money.
She was put in front of a judge and given a guardian. That was when they took her away from us.
I have no money, and I'm going to tell you something. If it happens to me, it could happen to you.
As her family, we were all sitting on the sidelines watching, and she was crying out for help.
Did you drink this whole thing today?
Keep it there.
Okay.
Keep it there.
My mom, she always talks about how she wants to work, but I feel as though she's worked enough. She has people around who are yes people and allowing this to continue.
This is all too much.
I think she's losing memory. Have you guys noticed that?
How dare him?
Anybody could look at her and tell this is not just alcohol. There's something more going on.
Listen, Wendy Williams, I'm sending healing energy to Wendy Williams. That's number one. Number two, Wendy Williams is one of the reasons why I'm doing what I do every day. That's number two. And, Wendy Williams, I really feel bad, but at the same time, we saw this coming because karma goes both ways. And for years and years, she's been putting people down, throwing shade, even though it was the truth, but, pulling people down and throwing shade. That comes back to you. Mm-hmm. And Charlamagne the God said this when this trailer came out. Nobody can ever do what Wendy did again because it's that era of media is over. When it comes to being messy and gossiping, and you could gossip, but there's certain levels of what the way Wendy do it, and I feel like she's feeling the raft. She's reaping what she sowed, basically. Yeah. So. And I like I said, I look up to Wendy Williams. I still honor, the type of, the way she did it for 13 years, went to that purple chair, told, gave us the celebrity scoop and, her delivery. And to be consistent as a black woman on daytime television, it's something to be, not forgotten. But that era of media is over.
Yeah.
And there's no other, person that can do what Wendy did, how she did it, because they won't be successful in the long run, because that, like I said, that area of media is over. So, yeah.
Wendy Williams, I feel like she's a statue, you know, in a way. As you said, you can never discredit, forget what exactly she's done, the staple that she has been in terms of media, but also within our community as black people.
With culture. Yep, absolutely.
And I can even remember being 10 and it's the weekend or something, or it's a break and my parents aren't home and I'm sneaking to watch the Wendy Williams show. Because that was not a thing. Mom and Dad, if you're listening, ignore this. That was not a thing in my house. You do not watch any show that is considered a gossip show.
Gotcha.
But I would be there and she's sipping her tea, talking about hot topics, and I am tuned in with her. I'm one of the co-hosts in that moment.
Exactly. Clap if you're watching. Clap if you're watching. Clap if you're watching. Exactly. No, Wendy Williams is I still, that's how I'm a big fan of hers, but I still, watch her old hot topics because it's just her delivery on how she is just she's like that auntie that's just telling you what's going on with these celebrities. It seems like it's just effortless, when it came to what she does. And then, I really am sad to see her, how she doing. And like her son said in the audio, and I will be watching this documentary. She doesn't need to work again. She has worked enough. Mm-hmm. It's kind of selfish for us to want her to come back because you see, she's not well. Yeah. But I think the area of Wendy Williams is over. Because I remember when Sherri Shepherd took her time slot, and basically her whole staff. She was announcing I'm not gonna watch Sherri. She took my place. And it's but it's the way that you treat people. That's how it's gonna come back.
True.
And I feel bad for Wendy, but at the same time, she had it coming. But I'm still, like I said, she's a human at the end of the day, like her sister said as well in the audio in the trailer. So I will be watching February 24th and February 26th on Lifetime. So
that's 2 days before my birthday.
Yeah.
Maybe I should tune in as
yes.
a little birthday gift.
For real. 'Cause I know she had a Lifetime deal because she did a movie with them, her life biopic, and then she did a documentary as well about her life. So, well, that was the hot report. Good job, Vanessa.
Thank you.
Thank you. Up next, it's at the top of the hour. Got you covered with the hot mix of the day, and later in the second hour, we're gonna have Miss Samantha Chaston and Amara Hand here on What's Hot. It's What's Hot with Shemai Cook.
You're listening to What's Hot on NCCU AudioNet.